it's very... Oh my God, let's go! Another
Loop,
DLC
right?
Wave 3 track. This is London Loop. It's from Tour, and oh my goodness, we are getting spoiled today. Thank you, randomizer. I am ready.
All right. London Loop. It's probably one of the new longest tracks in the game. They got the 3 different paths, man.
Yeah, you can see the mini-map. There's so much going on. Even Funny Name himself was saying, I've got no clue where to go on this track. I really got to practice
Trust me,
it.
I'm still struggling to figure out what direction to go through. Well, I know where not to go through is through those arrows.
Yes, the arrows are there to direct you what direction, but it is very easy to go out
The
of
right
bounds.
path over there is the faster path. The left path, you're more guaranteed an item box. The right path, you don't get an item box.
I actually love that about these new tracks is that you have a choice. You can choose to say, hey, I would rather get an item than go the faster route, but it doesn't like kill your entire race, right? You still have the opportunity to get right back into the running. As we're seeing Mozilla right now, gonna get drafted on from behind and lose their defense from the Fire Flower that just hit.
Can we also say something really quick? Why did the music in this wave have to go so hard?
Oh, it's so insanely good. I love it. We really should just take like 10 seconds to really appreciate like just the soundtrack right now.
Seriously.
Like genuinely just...
Oh, man.
It's so good. I love how we stopped right when the beat dropped.
No, man,
so
getting
good.
carded right now after the red and a few star people passing him. But it's still lap 2, still a chance to catch back up. You see Riley over here holding down the fort, trying to surpass everyone right now. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, he's going to be able to grab that double item box. Has a nice Beyblade of protection.
What?
Triple greens, but that Bowser got
there
around,
we go.
but cannot escape the greens. Riley said, you're going back
Well,
to
he
the back
can't
of the pack.
escape him either because he got hit.
Oh, no.
There's a
Little bit
blue
of
shell
karma.
on the mini-map, by the way. It's going out to that Waluigi that's in front of Manchild.
Oh, that's going to be huge for Manchild. Be able to catch back up, and the chain chomps are out. You're seeing them roam around. Who let them
That's
out?
Batter Cookie in the front right there, who's been dominating most of this race so far.
Morzella's going to throw the green forward. Got to be careful they didn't get smart bounced here. Has a red.
Careful of that chain chomp. He's going to be in the middle of that track, and he's going to be hitting you if you're not careful.
Yeah, sees the person in front of him, doesn't have protection, but opts to just say, hey, I'd rather be protected than take my chances. Uses the red to drag out the other competitor, though.
Ooh.
And now look at Lev here in first place.
Moving right now as he got sniped by Batter Cookie. There is not much Lev can do against that green shell of death. As Batter Cookie now gets first place on London Loop, followed by Lev in second place, followed by Mozilla in third.
That was double snipes this whole entire race where we just saw Riley taking out that Bowser, and then Batter Cookie said, no, you ain't
There's
going
a
in
lot
front
of
of me.
green shell snaps in this entire race. That's not going to lie.
I'm loving it. It's one of the things that I've talked about non-stop is how useful green shells can be if you learn how to line them up and where to throw them. It is so insanely useful. It's great. It's fantastic. And I'm loving to see that these competitors are really learning how to land these greens.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you got, in a sense, it's kind of like, it involves math. You got to learn how to angle your shots correctly, whatever small degree that you need in order to line up your shot perfectly. And it's a little bit of prediction as well. You got to predict where they're going to end up in the next couple of seconds as you throw your item forward, because that's really going to determine whether or not you're going to take them out or it's going to be a missed shot. And even if it's a missed shot, maybe, if you're lucky, the smart bouncing will be in your favor.
Yeah, or it can not be in your favor and it can ruin your entire race. So you really don't want that to happen. So you really got to be careful with where and how you're throwing this. But we are going back to Piranha Plant Slide. And you know what, this one, I enjoy this track. It's cool. It's, you know, it's fun. I think the ending shortcut's a little bit too strong, but still anyone has a chance to win this track because it's very straightforward. It's not too complicated. There's a few spots that you can fall off on, but overall, I really do enjoy this track.
This will favor anyone who's playing the inward drifting style, and I believe there's like 1 or 2 players here that are using it. But we're on Spaz if you want to here in 11th place. But starting us off, it's okay to be in the back. I know oftentimes Everyone wants to be in the front, but the back gives you really good items in order to catch back up with the rest of the pack.
Yes, absolutely. That's the cool thing about Mario Kart is that those items will help you out so much. And if you know the track, you can use those items to their full extent, their full power.
Oh, no.
Manchild, unfortunately, could not hold on to that corner. That was the section I was talking about where it's very easy to fall off on. But now we are seeing Lev, fortunately enough, avoiding that green back.
And right now, he was able to build up a lot of speed with that Ultra Mini Turbo and the boost panel. I believe someone just got horned off the glider there. Lev fires off that mushroom, is now in 4th place. He's got to be careful of the triple greens in front of him.
Ooh, now we're seeing the current standings. If you want to see where your favorite competitor and how they are doing, Mozilla in 3rd place. He's going to be able to have that triple greens protect them from the red.
Ooh.
Throws them both back. Don't know if that was the play, and it was not. He's going to get punished for throwing their triple greens back, but gets a few more to say, you know what, let's run this back. I'm going to go back up to 3rd.
This is where the back camera would have been useful because you want to protect yourself. You don't want to make a hasty decision, leave yourself open, because Mozilla only had 2 greens and Lev had something to attack him with, and that was a little bit of punishment right there. Meanwhile, you got Riley here in 2nd place, trying to climb up, trying to catch, I believe that's Batter Cookie in the front as we're in the lap 3, the final lap of Piranha Plant Slide.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the shock happens.
The shock is still such a powerful item as it's going to make every other competitor in the lobby lose their items as well. So Batter Cookie is very vulnerable in this spot at this moment, but guess what? Person in 2nd isn't getting the items either, so he's going to be able to keep front running, but they cannot avoid.
Oh, what?
Oh my goodness.
You saw that, right?
Little bit of a lag trail there. It happens, but Batter Cookie's going to be the target of this blue shell.
Blue shell. That means Lev's catching back up. Riley's catching back up. That means all these players are going to be able to fight for this spot. It's whatever items they got. Who's going to take the cut? It looks like someone has a mushroom. I don't know who.
Oh, then they do, and that's going to be Batter Cookie grabbing another 1st place. And Madchild caught it up. Got 2nd, Riley in 3rd.
And another shock happens after the races have been done, so good job on all these folks. Manchild making an impressive display of coming back after being hit out very early on from race 1. He's making that comeback.
Yeah, really great stuff. I mean, that just shows, like, if you fall off here or there on the track, it does not matter. You still have time. You can still catch back up. You just got to be calm and really say, okay, how do I catch up as fast as possible? It's just one of those things that is just so insanely important that just, it's really mentality. It's like that with any sort of esports game, and it's really great to see that Manchild was able to come back.
We got the racers on deck for qualifier number 3, so if you hear your name, head to the hype tunnel now. Tone, Ariel Apostle, Sports Joey, Knight, last place for life making a return, as well as Super Jew. Haven't seen them in a minute. Keep it trashy. Justin Marie, I'm hoping I say that right. Doom, the Maeve Gun, and Deja Vu, another return right there. If you hear your name, head on to the hype tunnel. We are waiting for you.
Yes, amazing, amazing competitors coming up here, and honestly, would love seeing the return of Tone. The very first time they ever came here, I do believe they won themselves an SNS championship, and it's just...
It was Unleash the Beast when they were here.
Oh, was it? Oh.
The last time they were here was Unleash the Beast.
Oh, really? Did they win that? I don't remember.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm not sure.
I thought they did, but we'll see how they do tonight. We are currently on Mozilla. Unfortunately, they burn out, and now we are off onto Twisted Mansion.
Twisted Mansion, a track that has multiple pathways to take, safer routes or more deadlier routes, depending on where everyone's going to be going. You see right now, this is Manchild, who throws the red and hits out pod number, I believe that was pod 4. Climbing up, collects the double, does now have to make an informed decision. Be careful of that DK.
Yes, and look at that drag. That is the awareness of what's around you and being able to use your defense in aggressive ways. And they were completely fine doing so.
And this is Roxy Girl here in 4th place.
Yes, Roxy Girl gonna be able to grab an extremely strong item combination with that quadruple shrooms. Gonna be able to go right through that grass section. Beautiful move there and gain back a lot of time and a lot of trimmed off time of their lap. And going forward, oh, will they be able to avoid this triple red of doom?
If you're scared of the dark, then you got Nightlight here to help guide your way back into the light. But right now, he's a little bit hidden in the off-road, but there's still plenty of time to catch back up. And you got Lev over here in 6.
Yes, Lev with the star. doing great work, great lines. Let's see if they're going to be able to catch up. It's still so much time left, but look at the difference of the mini-map right now. Literally, that blue shell had to climb Mount Everest to get to that first place racer. So a lot of these competitors, they're just waiting it out, trying to wait for their opportunity to strike, as we're seeing Nightlight. Unfortunately, went into the off-road, but still
back up. I told you.
Doing a great job.
Gotta be careful of the spread. There's not much he can do, and that shroom's gonna be out of time before he can use it for this cut right here.
Oh, yeah, but fortunately enough, they got back up to their top speeds with the golden mushroom. Man-child, now being able to grab that double item box, that's gonna be huge going into this final section. And oh my goodness, please allow second place
but
to
there's
do
a
what
blue
they need
shell
to do.
happening right now. It's going to be after first place. Man-child, did he back the race?
No, he actually, another competitor behind them had triple reds as well and lost them. So now Batter Cookie, though, is going to be fortunate enough to not feel the wrath of those triple reds and grab another first place.
Good job on Batter Cookie right now. Mozilla in second place, while that Man-child, who's able to at least keep a top 3 spot in third.
Really great stuff, really great work, and a lot of these underdog racers are doing amazing as well, like we're seeing with a lot of these fantastic racers. I mean, it's just super, super great to see.
Absolutely, man, and we only got one more race left to go before the end of qualifier number 2. It's been so far amazing show where we get to see all these competitors in action. They all really want to fight for that semifinal spot. They don't want to be in the second chance battle, but as a reminder, folks, even if you didn't do too well, stay, because you still have the second chance battle to earn those last 2 spots in the semis.
Yes, it's very, very important. It really is if you want another chance, and it's really anyone's race to have when it comes down to it for the 200cc battle. So first and second will be up to anyone's grabbing. But there's still strategy in that 200cc battle to make it a little bit easier for yourself. We are going off for the very, very next track, final track. We are going to Mario Circuit.
Mario Circuit for the Game Boy Advance, or Mario Kart Super Circuit is what that game was called.
Yeah, it's a good track. It's iconic. It's really, like, graphically, I love it. It's actually one of my wallpapers on my computer at home. And it's just, I enjoy it. It's very simple. You can also, it doesn't matter if you're going to get hit out. The main importance is grabbing the final item box on the final section of this track. Because if you're not having shrooms, if you're not going to have those items to push yourself forward, you're going to have a really bad time on that final part.
From Undertale, I understand I'm going to have a bad time.
That's where I got that from. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think about it, but I'm like, I always say that all the time. I wonder why. That's why.
I caught it. Don't worry. I got some of those references. Meanwhile, we got Lev over here trying to be on the offensive. He didn't have a good spot in that last race, but he's trying to make it up. You see Super Dario collecting the coins. Good job on him. But unfortunately, he got rated out because he has nothing to defend himself. There is an item box in the right. Yes, you go off the path a little bit, but there's a boost panel to help keep your speed up. But at least you would have an item to maybe plan an attack to catch back up.
Exactly. And Lev's going to work their way up. Riley has nothing to avoid this blue shell. But still, look at that sizable lead. He's not going to lose too much time, but now he will going into the off-road. And you're seeing pod number 4 taking over this race.
That's Man-child for you there, friend. Man-child, look at that. He's using that right path. That gives him another item box. Even if he lost that banana, at least he knows the next set of items will give him a defensive item back as he drags out that Waluigi.
Oh, beautiful usage of that defense.
Bootsman here in 6th place.
I love it. In the Yoshi bike, an iconic loadout, uses the red, takes out one of the competitors. They're going to be going down. But right now, this section, it matters the most. Grab an item box if you can. Roxy Go, going to be able to do that. And
who's
grab.
getting blued right now?
No.
It's Riley!
Again, but gets on the boost panel, so they will, fortunately enough, probably grab a good spot. 3rd place, and Man-child in second.
Wow. I thought you were going with that SpongeBob reference, down to the bottom of the sea.
Oh, I was thinking about that, the song too, but
okay,
you know,
don't worry.
I was thinking about it.
I'm catching up with you.
I've been trying better with the references, all right? But, I mean, really great work from that second qualifier. We are going to be getting into qualifier number 3 very, very soon. But first and foremost, of course, it's just been an awesome time watching all these competitors just play at it, man. We're all here for Mario Kart.
It makes me want to play again, to be honest with you. Like, I'm honestly debating about, like, one day playing and casting at the same time. I'm just talking about my thought process as I'm in the middle of playing. Talking about, okay, I got hit out because I did a bad thing right there. So
that would actually be cool.
That might be such a confusing show, but it might be great.
It really would be. You know, that's why we got our Twitch streams, right? You know, that have that commentary at the same time, explaining what we're doing wrong and how to get better and really understand what is going on in your races and what's going wrong in your races at the same time.
Absolutely, man. Like it's always good to have those type of insights for players who are constant veterans to keep coming back there, and it especially helps out the newer folks who aren't here as often and want to try to win. Everyone has a chance to become victorious. Everyone has a chance for that championship gold.
Yes.
Never count yourself out. We've seen time and time again where racers get like maybe last place on a race or two, but yet they do so phenomenally on the other races to where they become the champions.
Exactly. And we saw it time and time again also with this track, with Manchild, falling off on these more difficult sections, but still being able to know the track, come back and grab these top 3 finishes, getting on podium. And it's just one of those things where you got to just have the mentality, know these tracks, and you can come here and really compete with the big dogs. It's literally anyone's game. You just got to take the time, practice it. And it's so weird. Like when I first came here, you know, and people were telling me, you got to practice Mario Kart. I'm like, it's Mario Kart, right? There's nothing to it. But
let's go into the quick highlights and we'll continue that thought right afterwards. So let's go into the highlights of what happened in qualifier number 2. We see Nightlife, unfortunately, trying to drift a little too much into the off-road there, and the game has to force him to get back in. But meanwhile, you have Lev, who got sniped out last minute by Batter Cookie.
And then we're seeing Morzilla unfortunately getting lag trailed there a little bit too close to the triple reds. The game thought they were closer than what they actually were. Nightlight, fortunately enough, being able to have that golden mushroom. And then Riley right at the end of the track getting blue shelled, but still right before the boost panel so he could just get right through the finish line. But like I was talking about, you know, when I first got told you got to practice Mario, I'm like, what is Mario Kart? Come on. Who actually takes this game seriously, right? But then I came here, I saw these great players, I saw how they play the game, and it just made me want to learn more and more. Beautiful move. I love it. But
we do have the scores, so we can figure out who is taking this game seriously. Let's go ahead and throw up the scores.
Oh my goodness.
60. That is a perfect 4 sets of first place finishes. Followed by Manchild in second with 40, Morzilla in third with 39, Riley in fourth with 37, Lev in fifth with 35. Then you see the drop off a little bit here. 10-point difference with Bootsman in 6th, Roxy Girl in 7th, Spaz in 8th, Super Dario in 9th, Nightlight in 10th, and Hokage A in 11th.